The following video is how to use Surveyor for high-speed scanning of microscope slides. If you double left click on Surveyor, you will open up the Surveyor window, which will show you the live video window of the camera. The first thing to do is to go to Control and initialize the stages, making sure you're at a low power objective and nothing is in the way. The stage will now drive to its limit switches so it knows where it is in space. Once this is done, the next step is to adjust and put a microscope slide on there, let's say with the 4x objective, and adjust the light intensity so that the speed of the camera is less than 200 microseconds. I will show you this in a moment. It's just finishing its scan. It's going to go to the center of the stage and you're going to get a live camera window back. It's driving to the center of the stage. I have selected the 4x objective. Now you can say, oh, I can move the stage around, so I'm going to drive to a location where perhaps I can get a relatively blank area on the slide. Again, the first thing I would do is just basically try to focus on the slide using the small knob to the left, to the right of the joystick. Okay, if I hit the squiggly lines, you notice that the red, green, and blue, when you go to exposure, are sort of within the 200 microseconds. If I right click, I can type in here and adjust that. I'm going to go to color balance and hit color balance, white balance, go to shading, hit correction for shading, apply this and say OK. Now I'm going to go to the pre-scan mode. I'm going to roughly try to figure out where my slide is. If I click on this button here, you'll see this is where the stage is currently located. So I'm going to drive to approximately the lower portion of my stage, of my sample. This is the lower portion of the slide. You see this is where the marker is. Then I'm going to drive to the upper left corner of the slide. Which is here. So somewhere in this area, when I'm selecting pre-scan, I want to find out, I'll draw that a little bit bigger. I'm going to do that again. Okay, I want to do an initial pre-scan and do it in the TurboScan cruise modes so I can see where my slide is. Once this is done, I'm going to then refine this pre-scan and rescan the slide and then save this pre-scan window so when we load future slides that have the same size and dimensions, we can rapidly find where our tissue is located and not have to repeat this process. If you'll notice up at the top here, there's a lens pull-down menu before we did our pre-scan, we should have made sure that we did select for the 4x objective. It's going to continue now with the pre-scan. Alright, I'm going to stop this right here by canceling it, and I'm going to redraw my pre-scan area to basically match where my tissue is located. I'm going to eliminate by clicking on this, the pre-scan window, what I've already seen, and I'm going to rescan this. Now I should just get the tissue area of the slide. Once we've actually pre-scanned and know where the tissue is, we'll come out of pre-scan and then select for our high-resolution standard scanning of the tissue, which I will show you in the next video. Once this is done, I'm going to save this pre-scan window so we can recall it and overlay it on future slides that are loaded in the pre-scan mode. Okay, what I'm going to do now, since we've set up our pre-scan window, I'm going to go to File, Save Scan Pattern. I've already labeled it. We'll replace it for the 1 by 3 inch scan pattern. Okay, so now I've done the pre-scan and I have my image. I'm going to end this recording, and the next one I'll show you how to come out of pre-scan and to scan in regular scan at high resolution.